There are days when I just want to throw everything into a box and disappear from the house. Not because I'm lazy, but because the most exhausting part isn't the cleaning, it's doing everything you can to keep the house tidy and then coming back a few hours later to find it all undone again. It feels like I'm constantly chasing a house that never stays still. I used to think the problem was me, maybe I wasn't trying hard enough or being organized enough. But over time, I realized it's not about how much you clean. It's about whether you have a few small, steady habits that actually help the house stay together. In this video, I'm sharing 10 really simple habits, things I've tried myself and that I've been able to stick with even during busy full weeks. My home isn't spotless, but I don't have to deep clean every weekend anymore. If you're also craving a home that feels more breathable without burning yourself out, these are shifts you can start today. No big overhaul needed. And the first habit, though tiny, is the one that helped me stop the domino effect of clutter from spreading through the house. Let's start with the first habit, the 2-minute rule. It's a small one, but honestly, it's made a big difference in how much I have to clean later. That's what I used to do. Not because I didn't care, but because each thing felt so minor, a cup, a shirt, a paper. And then suddenly I'd look around and wonder why the house felt like a mess again. I call it quiet buildup. One unwashed cup, one shirt tossed on a chair, one piece of paper left on the counter. Each one is nothing, but together they pile up faster than you realize. And what's worse, they start to shift the whole energy of the room. You walk into the kitchen, and instead of feeling calm, your eyes land on the dishes, the mail, the dish towel, and your brain starts tallying up everything you haven't done. You feel behind before the day even starts. What helped me break that cycle was this: if something takes less than 2 minutes, I do it now. Right then, not later. It became almost like muscle memory, and the more I did it, the less effort it took. Some real-life examples. Just finished a glass of water. Rinse it and rack it. Don't let it linger in the sink. Took off your clothes. Drop them straight into the hamper, not the chair. Opened a bill or random paper. Toss it or file it. Don't leave it in limbo. Wiped your hands. Fold the towel. Don't leave it crumpled by the sink. Each one is fast, almost too fast to make a big deal out of. But these tiny moments are what keep the house from tipping over into chaos. They're like little anchors holding the day together. It sounds too simple, but doing these little things in the moment has kept my home from sliding into that "where do I even start" kind of clutter. And maybe more importantly, it saves me from spending a whole Saturday catching up on things I could have done in seconds during the week. It gives me back time I didn't even realize I was losing. And that's what this is really about, not just a cleaner house, but a lighter mind. Next is tip 2. Put 3 things back. It's simple, but it's what's helped me keep the house together without wearing myself out. There are plenty of days when I don't clean much. I'm tired or distracted, or just not in the mood. But I still do this one thing. I pick 3 items that are out of place, and I return them to where they belong. Sounds small, right? But it's exactly that smallness that keeps me from giving up. Because if I start my day thinking I need to clean the house, chances are I won't. I'll feel overwhelmed before I begin. I won't know where to start, so I won't start at all. But if all I ask of myself is to look around, find 3 things, just 3, and put them back in place, the space already starts to feel lighter. There's no pressure. No need to deep clean or reorganize an entire room. Just return a few lost things home. One day, I was walking from the kitchen to the living room with a glass in my hand, and I noticed a pair of scissors on the dining table. I slid them back into the drawer. A jacket tossed on the sofa. I hung it on a hook. A notebook sitting in the kitchen. I returned it to my desk. That was it. I wouldn't call that cleaning the house. I just call it giving 3 items a soft landing. And here's the magic: when I do this every day, even on the busiest days, the house stays tidy without ever needing a full-blown reset. It's not about being perfect. It's about staying connected to your space in small, doable ways. Just 3 things. That's it. Next, a habit that's just as light, but makes the whole kitchen feel instantly cleaner even when you haven't done much else wiping the countertops. Tip 3 might seem too small to matter, just straighten the bed after you wake up. But it honestly shifts the tone for the whole morning. I used to shrug this off. Every time my mom would say, "Make your bed before you start the day," I'd think, why, I'm just going to get back in it later. But when my home started feeling messy, and I was always overwhelmed, I stopped trying to tackle everything at once and started building tiny habits. Making the bed was one of the first I brought back. And no, I don't make it pretty. No throw pillows, no hotel-style folds. I just pull the blanket up, fluff the pillow back into place, and smooth the top. It takes less than a minute, but the effect, it's visible, and it sticks. The bed, for most of us, is the center of the bedroom. When it's messy, the whole room looks like it hasn't started its day. But once the bed is reset, the space feels steady, like something is under control. Even when the rest of the room isn't perfect, toys on the floor, laundry to fold, that one tidy spot can make you feel less scattered and less annoyed. It's especially powerful in smaller homes where the bed takes up a big chunk of the space. You don't need to clean the room, just straighten the one thing that sets the tone. You might forget now and then. But if you remember tomorrow, try it. Pull the covers up, straighten your pillow. See how it feels to walk away from that. And if something this tiny can already shift how you start your day, the next tip might do even more, because it focuses on the one area that spirals into chaos fastest: the kitchen. Tip 4 doesn't ask you to clean your entire kitchen every day. Just one small shift, wipe the spots that actually get messy. When I first tried to get my kitchen under control, I made this mistake a lot every time I cleaned. I tried to clean everything: the counters, spice shelves, sink, microwave, backsplash. It was exhausting, so I avoided it altogether. But the truth is, most of the time, you don't need to clean the whole kitchen. What helps the most is focusing on the trouble spots, the parts that look and feel messy first. Usually it's the prep counter, the area around the oil and seasonings, or wherever people touch often. A simple wipe with diluted dish soap and a damp cloth is enough. No scrubbing, no moving stuff around. I usually do this at night, either after dinner or before bed. It takes less than a minute most days, but the impact, it's big. The next morning, walking into a kitchen that doesn't have crumbs and splashes everywhere, it makes everything feel more manageable. And the next tip builds right on top of this, because it works best when things are still warm and soft. A quick wipe now saves you from a full scrub later. The next tip is to wipe the stove while it's warm. This one's simple: wipe the stovetop right after you finish cooking while everything's still warm and soft. Back when I was trying to keep a cleaner kitchen, I'd always say I'll wipe the stove later after dinner. But later often turned into tomorrow. And by then, the grease was dry, the food splatters were stuck, and cleaning it took 5 times longer. Now I've started doing just one small thing. As soon as I turn off the burner, I wipe the stove. While the food's cooling or I'm plating dinner, I do a quick pass with a damp cloth and a drop of dish soap. No scrubbing, no harsh sprays. And because the surface is still warm, the mess hasn't hardened yet, so it lifts right off. 1 minute. That's it. Skip it and you'll spend 15 minutes scrubbing later. I don't deep clean it every day. I just wipe the main surface where the pan sat. That's enough to keep things from getting out of control. The next habit is just as quick and more about smell than mess. Rinse the sink before bed. Now we come to tip 6. This isn't a deep cleaning tip. It's just one small habit that helps me avoid starting the day next to a dirty, smelly sink. I used to leave the sink as is after dinner. Food scraps still in the drain, soaking glasses and greasy pans, a few puddles of cloudy water. And I'd tell myself, I'll deal with it tomorrow, it's fine. But the next morning, it was never fine. The sink would smell a little sour. Leftover food bits would start to cling. the water would look murky and gross. And suddenly, even simple things like rinsing veggies, making coffee, or just washing my hands felt heavier than they should. So I made one small shift before bed. I rinsed the sink clean. Not a full scrub, not a deep clean, just a quick reset. I gather any leftover bits, wipe around the basin, and let warm water rinse everything down. If I have a bit more time or energy, I'll add a quick splash of dish soap and give it a light scrub. It takes less than 2 minutes. But even on tired nights, just using warm water and a clean cloth is enough to freshen things up, keep smells away, and prevent grime from building up. Doing this every evening means I no longer have to do a deep scrub on the weekend. And more importantly, I don't start the next day avoiding the sink. I actually want to use it. It's amazing how something that takes so little time can shift the mood of an entire space. When the sink is clean, the whole kitchen feels calmer, brighter, and ready for the day. And the next tip. It's a simple step, but one that has a big impact on how the kitchen feels. Take out the trash before it has a chance to smell. Let's come to tip 7. Take out the trash every night. You don't need to wait until the trash is full. If it's starting to smell, it's already too late. I used to think, it's not full yet, why waste a bag? So I kept stuffing it down, pushing for just a little more. But every time it ended the same way, overstuffed bags drips down the side. Mystery smells by morning and a lot more mess than I signed up for. Especially with kitchen trash where food scraps, moisture, and heat come together, smells don't wait for a full bag. They creep out fast. And once that smell sticks, it's not just the bin. It clings to the whole kitchen. And that's what used to get under my skin. The rest of the kitchen might be clean, but one forgotten trash bag made the whole space feel gross again. So now, I don't wait. Every night before bed, I check the bin. If it's getting heavy or I even think I notice a smell, I tie it up and take it out. Even if it's just 3/4 full. I also switch to smaller trash bags, especially in the kitchen. They fill up faster, but that's the point. You can tell sooner when it's time to empty. It keeps smells from sneaking up on you. This one habit makes a real difference. Your kitchen feels fresher. Your head feels clearer. You're not dreading tomorrow morning's mess. And the next tip is for anyone who dreads laundry day and wants to stop the pileup before it starts. The next one is one load a day. If you've ever spent your entire weekend stuck in a cycle of laundry, sorting, washing, drying, folding, and still not done, I truly get it. I've lived through that loop too. My original plan sounded reasonable. I'll just do all the laundry on Saturday and get it over with. That meant everything: clothes, towels, bed sheets, pajamas, whatever had piled up during the week. But halfway through, I was already completely drained. And by Sunday night, I'd still have piles waiting to be folded or put away. It was exhausting, and it felt like the housework never really ended. Now I just do one thing differently. I do one load of laundry a day. No complex system. No strict rules like towels on Monday, whites on Tuesday. Just one full cycle: wash, dry, or hang and fold. If you have little kids, a big family, or a house that goes through clothes quickly, this might be the only way to stay ahead. And if you live alone, or with just one other person every other day, works just fine too. The key isn't doing it perfectly, it's building a steady rhythm. I usually toss a load into the machine in the morning, switch it to the dryer, or hang it up midday and fold it at night sometimes while watching TV. It doesn't take over my whole day. It fits into my day. And this small shift turned laundry from something I used to dread into something I hardly even think about anymore. Tip 9 is vacuum high-traffic areas. You don't have to vacuum the whole house every day to feel like your space is clean. You just need to start where the dirt actually shows up. I used to think, if I can't vacuum every room, what's the point? So I'd skip it. And then dust, crumbs, and hair would quietly build up until cleaning felt like this big, overwhelming project. But over time, I noticed something: most of the mess starts in just a few places, not everywhere. The front door, the kitchen floor, around the sofa where we drop snacks or kick off shoes. If I kept those spots in check, The rest of the house didn't get out of hand so fast. So now I stick to a simple rhythm. I vacuum the high traffic areas 2 or 3 times a week. Just those key zones, not the whole house. And I use a small stick vacuum or even a broom if I'm in a rush. It takes less than 10 minutes, but it keeps the mess from spreading. And more importantly, it keeps me from feeling behind. It's one of those small, steady habits that makes everything else feel easier. And to make these habits stick, the final tip brings them all together into one simple visual. The last one is put the checklist on the fridge. Housework isn't always hard because of what we have to do. It's hard because of everything we're trying to remember. I used to go through my day with this quiet loop running in the back of my mind. Wait, did I wipe down the counters? Is the trash still sitting there? Did I ever switch the laundry to the dryer? And honestly, the exhausting part wasn't just the chores themselves. It was being the only one who was keeping track of them. The one mentally juggling what's done, what's half done, what's overdue, and what I'm probably going to forget again tomorrow. It felt like I could never turn my brain off. Even when I sat down for a break, I wasn't really resting. Because there were still mental tabs open. Don't forget to scrub the stovetop. You still haven't changed the bathroom hand towel. The lights in the laundry room are still on. So I made one small change. I created a simple checklist. Just 10 small recurring tasks like the ones we've talked about, and I stuck it on the fridge. Not to be perfect, not to add pressure, but just to get all those swirling thoughts out of my head and into one clear, visible place. Now I don't have to remember everything. I don't have to keep score. I just glance at the list. What's already done? What can I do in 2 minutes? Or, is today a bare minimum day? And that's okay too. Here's what shifted. I'm not stuck in that anxious, where do I even start cycle anymore? Because the list is already there. It holds the rhythm for me. And if you live with others, it's a gentle way to share the load. You don't have to micromanage or remind. The list is out in the open. Anyone can see what needs doing and step in without waiting to be asked. If you live alone, it still helps, because now you don't have to carry everything in your brain. The list becomes a quiet, steady helper keeping you grounded without demanding your attention all day. And it's not about checking every single box. It's about not feeling alone in the effort of managing a home. It's about walking into your space and thinking, this is doable, this is mine. Because the real goal isn't a spotless house. It's a house that feels like it's with you, not against you. So that's the list, 10 small habits I use every day to keep the house from spiraling without draining myself in the process. I don't always do all 10. Some days I just pick 2 or 3. But it's the consistency, not perfection, that's kept us out of weekend deep clean mode. Our house isn't spotless, but it's livable. And that's the point. If you're in a season where everything feels heavy, where the small stuff adds up until you're just done, pick 1 or 2 of these today. Do it for you. Not to impress anyone, just to make life a little easier. And if this kind of simple, no-pressure content helps, feel free to subscribe. I post videos to help you feel more at home in your home without the overwhelm. And if your house feels really out of control, like there's mess in every direction, and I've got kids and pets running wild, the next video might be exactly what you need. We'll break it down by zone, and I'll show you how to clean smart, not hard. Because when the house feels impossible, you don't need more effort. You just need a better starting point.